Welcome everyone to your Mercury retrograde reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button. Okay, this is going to be a two-part reading over here. First, we're going to get straight into the collective of the basics of what this Mercury retrograde is bringing to the table for the whole collective. And then at the end, I will do your sign, okay, to see how that's going to affect you and your sign. Okay, so let's get in here. Table's already set. It's talking about that Mercury retrograde, which starts in Aries, okay, on the 15th of March, and then we'll move into Pisces on the 29th, and then it will be over on April 7th, where it will go back direct. And of course, it will stay in Pisces, excuse me, while it's going direct. So we have some energies coming through. So this energy is saying Mercury retrograde in this sign of Aries as we speak is hot-tempered, argumentative, right? Impulsive energy. Okay. Going to have a hard time right now with decisions, right? What's going on? So watch for those tempers to fly, whether it's from you or someone around you. Okay, so we're talking about that Mercury. So no matter what, we're talking about those miscommunications, technology, meltdowns, deliberating headaches. A lot of people get headaches around this time as well. So if you know that you're prone to headaches, that could also be from that Mercury retrograde. Overthinking situations. Be careful of that as well. Aries is also about taking that action. So it might make you feel like you must respond to things immediately. Okay, or others are all of a sudden feeling like they should respond to you immediately. So however it's going to be, especially when you know that it doesn't have to be immediate, but you might feel like, you know what, I have to go now. That's that impulsive action taking place. Okay, so let's see. Get us a couple of cards over here on this Mercury. Yeah, that confusion coming in, difficult decisions weighing you down. So, you know, it's a good time right now to just avoid people who want to confuse you, right? Confusion, blurring the lines between what is going on and what's not going on. And you're going to get that a lot when it's in Pisces anyways. You know, once it gets into Pisces, it's going to even be different because now it's going to blur the line between what's fact and what's fantasy, right? So let's see over here. This is a great time for learning new things. Okay, just be careful about your communication because there is going to be a lot of miscommunication. You know, if you guys are planning things, make sure that you are always a half an hour, you know, ahead of schedule, 15 minutes to a half an hour ahead of schedule because of traffic or jams or this or that. Right? So make sure that you are, you know, taking that logic, okay, and using it to the best of your knowledge, especially because when it comes into Pisces, that logic is going to take a back seat. Okay, so let's see. Going straight to Aries over here. Absolutely. But it can be a great time for learning new things as long as you're giving yourself, you know, those extra moments just to really, you know, take extra time and just slow down and don't be too impulsive because there's going to be a lot of restless mental energy going around. So on the Aries over here, it's about that challenge. Putting up a challenge, you might feel like there's a lot of competition around you. You might even feel like you have to protect your energy. Please do protect your energy during this Mercury retrograde, as all Mercury retrogrades, right? Have this way of doing things. So this is where you're going to find that I need to maintain some control within this situation. There it is, overcoming some obstacles. Yeah, definitely. You're going to have a lot of energy swirling around you. So you might definitely be feeling like, hey, you know what? Why does everybody want to argue with me? Okay, so absolutely. So you definitely want to ground yourself. Okay. And going straight into this Pisces. This Pisces is talking about, yeah, now when it starts moving into this Pisces, you can feel like, oh, okay, here comes that fog machine. Everything's my anxiety is rising. Clarity is now becoming confusion. There's that, like I said, blurring between, those, what's fact, what's fantasy, what's real, what's rose-colored glasses. You might even be getting that effect for some of you of where did I put my glasses? Oh my God, I lost my keys. Just literally the fog machine over here going off. So, okay, so yeah. And definitely feeling like there's a lot of emotions coming out as well. So also watch those emotions. People are going to be in high emotions anyways, but it just feels like over here everybody wants to argue. Everybody wants to, debate their opinion. It's my way, the highway, right? And then over here it's like over emotions coming through, which then causes all this confusion. And it's like, come on, Mercury's already making, enough confusion as it is. Now, instead of tempers flying, everybody wants to be sad, right? Confused, over emotional, sensitive. Why are you so sensitive? Right? Because now it's going to bring that all in as this sensitivity, as it is, making closure, as it's starting to end. Wow, I like that. It's saying now I'm ending. Now this cycle of the Mercury retrograde is ending. But it's also going to allow you to make endings as well. So that's where we're going to start right now and say, okay, so how is it going to affect you, my friends? Okay. Okay, Cancer Leo, let's get in here and see what's going on. Okay. Using these little round cards. Okay, so give me... They're pretty much shuffled, but, you never know. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Water of Dimension. Water Course Way. Okay, guys, so we have the Water Course Way. Let's see. Hold on one second. It says it's 126. I have the numbers written on the back. It's just, there's one of those things. 126. But I do like this card, though, because no matter what, this is also talking about, what creative potential, potentials you have within yourself. So I do, that's like one of the big things that pops up right out the bat. Is like, boom, what can I do, right, that's going to help me get to the point that I need to get through? So it's definitely talking about going with the flow. You have the moon with the water going through the valley here. And I do love that for you because it's like, let's go with the flow. Let's harness in this power. Let's keep moving and moving with it. And, just making no resistance. Right now is not a great time for resistance. It's talking about that, taking that direction of where I'm taking my life and investing all of my positive actions that I can as I'm going in this one direction. So it's definitely, go with the flow, right? It's kind of a Wheel of Fortune type of card. It's let's go. But it has this it's got this moon kind of energy where it's like we're going with the flow, but I'm also daydreaming. I'm also daydreaming about where I'm going to put myself. And intuitively, I know if I allow all of this to work, I can get there. Right, because I am definitely moving where I need to move. Moving and not asking questions at this time because it just seems like it's just going with the flow, like everything's just kind of falling into places. And I love that with the Page of Swords because it feels like, okay, I'm getting all this knowledge and everything, but everything's moving together as long as I don't have any resistance. Right, as long as I'm not asking myself too many questions, just letting it, there it is, Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, it's just going with the flow. It's like, oh, this is where it is. Now, somebody wants to fight with you, but how would you not think that somebody wouldn't want to fight with you during a Mercury retrograde? Right, but it's also telling you do not have your own mental sabotage. Allow that to just keep flowing. When it comes in, just keep looking at it as the world is my oyster, and I just keep re-examining things and options, but then I'm realizing that this door is just sprung open for me. And you're going to just be very determined and just keep yourself journeying on this understanding, because it's almost like the more that you don't think about it over here, the more it just keeps coming up. That's crazy, right? So there's no real reason to be frustrated. Just allow it to go with the flow. Now, people are going to want to frustrate you, or you might feel like it's, that it's not happening fast enough for you, so you could get a little frustrated. But there's a reason for this pause, right? Even though it's going and you feel like, oh, everything's going fine, and then it pauses. That's okay. That's okay. It's pausing to give you time to reconsider your actions, to expand on it. It's giving you that time to pause in case you want to re-examine it. Make sure that this is where you want to be. Okay? Yes. To focus on it and make sure that this is where your heart's passion really is. Like, is it working to my advantage? Is there anything that I might, want to reconsider? It's okay. But I don't want to give it any restrictions, and I don't want to give it too much thought, right? Because you want it to have this beautiful flow. But I do love that. And I do feel like somewhere in the middle here, between when it gets ready to start really opening up to that Pisces, right? Stepping into Pisces, we'll say. When it starts stepping into Pisces for you, it's going to say, hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Would you like to re-examine this before we go forward? Because we did everything impulsively. We did everything like, boom, just let it go, let it go. Now it's like, within the 29th of March, when it starts really stepping into that Pisces energy, it's going to say, hey, right? Is there anything you'd like to look at before we continue, right? But I like that, because it allows your emotions to come in, and it allows you to even get more focused on it. Yes, that way you have the ultimate prosperity from this. Look, and it's crazy, you have Venus in retrograde as well. So it's almost like Venus in retrograde is saying, okay, wait, hold on, because I want them to make sure that they're completely, have all these energies at play, right? So it's almost like Venus is coming in going, hey, wait a minute, I want to make sure that they're on this place of abundance. I want to make sure that they're getting what they want, what they put into this. Let's go with this passion. I don't care if it's love. I don't care if it's a creative endeavor. I don't care what it is. It's whatever you love. For some of you, it is a love. Really looking deep at what it is you love, because you're on the right track and making sure that, you know what? This is where I really want to invest my time. This is what I really want to do. And it's almost like the universe is at play over here saying, yes, go ahead. Because when that solar eclipse comes up, right? Then it's going to really want you to move, right? And when is the solar eclipse? March 28th, 29th, right? When is it moving to Pisces? Boom, there you go. March 29th. You see the point though, see? So it's almost like you got this universal pull. I mean, everybody does. It's just about how your energy is pulling itself. And it's really wanting you to get into this place. It's crazy because, it's pretty much saying, I want you to be within a comfortable zone, but I don't want you so comfortable that you didn't leave an area to get exactly what you want. So there's kind of a contradictory over here. Because it's saying, hey, get up and move out of that comfort zone. But I want you to actually move into a place of passion and a place of where you love to be, so that way you actually feel a different kind of comfort. Okay? This is where you feel like you're actually advancing instead of hindering. So 2 different kinds of comfort zones. Get out of that place that's hindering you. Get out of that comfort zone. I need you, right, to transform, but yet you're still going to feel what? Comfortable and poised, but it's 2 different. Is that or is that not 2 different places of comfort? What? Right? It's a place of love, though, and not hindering. It's a place where I'm like so happy and expanding and knowing the world is my oyster and that I could be exactly where I want to be. And I feel comfortable because this kind of comfort is a place of luxury, abundance, good feelings, high energies. Absolutely. This comfort is of worry, distress. I don't know if I can make it over there. It's like getting out of uncomfortable shoes straight into those shoes that, oh my God, these feel like slippers. You know what I mean? How could these shoes feel like slippers? All I want to do is be in my slippers, but now I found shoes that are like slippers, except for they're actually doing something for me. Right? They're actually doing something for me. Oh, yeah. Because I am expanding. I'm finding that money. I'm finding that love. I'm finding that self-love, all of the things that that I feel like is impacting me in the right ways instead of hindering my movements. Beautiful message. You guys, you're going to see these things happening, seriously within the next, couple of months, 2-3 months, probably by June, May and June, you're going to definitely see, I'd say definitely by Cancer season, you're going to be on the roll over here. So I'm going to say 2 to 4 months over here for the majority of you, you're going to really be on the rock and roll area. Okay. You keep doing what you're supposed to do and you're going to see a huge impact. Okay, huge impact. By the next Mercury retrograde, you're going to really be like, wow, I just came out of this place. Right? Now this, Mercury retrograde is going to want me to negotiate and try to, see where I can move next, right? And go on my next karmic path. Right? But I mean, it definitely is. It's definitely a place of where you're going to notice within literally the next 3 to 4 months that you're going to see a huge difference. A lot of you, it's definitely 3. I'm seeing a lot of 3s here. So I figure, you really hold on tight to what it is you really want. You're really going to see this improvement within these commitments, and really getting down what you need. Okay. Okay, my friends. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.